Exploring medieval torture methods, a dark journey through history. The dark history of medieval torture methods unveils a chilling testament to human cruelty. Throughout the Middle Ages, inventive and gruesome techniques were developed to punish and extract confessions from accused individuals. The Judas cradle, a terrifying punishment, involved a sharp, pointed device on which the victim was slowly impaled. The sheer pain and psychological torment of this method were unimaginable, showcasing the era's brutal approach to justice. Exploring the rack reveals a method designed to stretch the human body beyond its limits. Victims were tied to a wooden frame and gradually pulled apart, inflicting excruciating pain and often resulting in severe physical damage. The Iron Maiden stands as a horrifying symbol of medieval torture. This spiked enclosure would close upon the victim, piercing their body with sharp spikes, yet avoiding vital organs to prolong suffering. Water torture introduced a different kind of agony. Victims endured a relentless drip of water on their forehead, a seemingly simple method that gradually escalated into unbearable mental and physical torment over time. The Pear of Anguish, a harrowing tool, was designed to inflict unspeakable pain. Its mechanical petals expanded inside the victim's orifices, causing irreversible damage. A symbol of silent agony, it silenced many. Breaking on the wheel presented a gruesome spectacle of shattered bones. Victims were tied to a large wheel, their limbs bludgeoned until broken. This method was a stark warning of brutal justice. The Heretic's Fork, a devious invention, enforced silence with its two opposing spikes. Positioned between the chest and chin, it prevented any speech or movement, turning every breath into an ordeal of discomfort. The Brazen Bull was an appalling testament to human cruelty. Victims were enclosed within a metal bull, the fire beneath heating the statue until the screams mimicked the sound of a raging bull. Thumb screws, though small, inflicted overwhelming pain. By gradually tightening the screws, the device crushed fingers and bones, extracting confessions through the sheer terror of excruciating pain. The Chair of Torture was a menacing invention, designed with spikes that lined every surface. Victims were strapped in, each movement driving the spikes deeper, merging agony with despair. Scold's Bridle, a mask of metal, was a tool for public humiliation and suffocation. It silenced the wearer, often women accused of nagging, embedding pain with each attempt to speak. Strappado inflicted torment through the victim's own weight. Arms tied behind their back and hoisted aloft, the excruciating pain of dislocated shoulders was a grim testament to medieval cruelty. The boot was a device of simple design but devastating effect. Encasing the leg, it was tightened, mercilessly crushing bone and flesh alike, a testament to the era's brutal methods of control. The Catherine Wheel, also known as the breaking wheel, offered a display of slow, agonizing death. Victims were tied to a wheel, their limbs shattered, left to perish under the sun's relentless gaze. Impalement, one of the most excruciating torture methods, was a gruesome spectacle of prolonged suffering. Victims were forced onto sharp stakes, their own body weight causing slow, agonizing descent to death. Saw torture took brutality to new heights, literally turning the victim upside down. This position ensured consciousness for longer, as they were sawed in half, a horrifying end dictated by gravity. Lingchi, known as the death by 1,000 cuts, was a methodical dismantling of one's body and spirit. This prolonged process served as a chilling demonstration of power and control. Rat torture preyed on primal fears, using the relentless gnawing of rodents to induce terror. Victims were left to imagine their fate as rats were encouraged to burrow through them. Reflecting on these medieval torture methods, one cannot help but ponder the depths of human cruelty. It's a stark reminder of the dark chapters in our history, urging us to cherish humanity's progress